There's something I want to talk about today that I've discussed on stream quite a bit, but I feel like it warrants its own video in order to dive deeper into the meat of the subject, and that's police chases. I'm sure most of you have realized police chases have been exploding online in terms of frequency and general popularity. It's kind of grown into a very popular sport to watch. I imagine it's primed to overthrow baseball as America's pastime within the next year or so if it keeps up at this breakneck pace it's going at. And even as I'm recording this video right now, there is a live police chase happening with 109,000 viewers with people in the chat going fucking hog wild like they're watching the Super Bowl. Now, I hope you don't mind if I do a little quick Dora the Explorer moment here, take a page out of her playbook. Can you guess where this police chase is happening? That's right, LA. While police chases aren't exclusive to LA, they have found their home there. There are more police chases in LA than there are in GTA 5. This fucking place breeds police chases. It has become like the number one hobby people engage in there. I don't know if I've just been oblivious to how common this shit is, or if it's only been growing in popularity over the last few years, but I decided to look up some stats. And according to the most recent numbers I can find, in 2020, there are 2,200 police chases in LA alone for that year, which averages out to about 6 police chases per day. Now, I don't know if they were all streamed back then, but they are now. And thank heavens for that. I imagine whoever pitched that idea right now is being hoisted up on the shoulders of all of these news channel execs right now and just celebrated. Because this has become a huge source for viewership for them. The videos do extremely well in views, and the streams have massive viewership as well. So it's definitely generating big like revenue for these channels, I would guess. And it's also become a source of unforgettable goofiness in a lot of cases.
A northbound turn onto Cortlandt Avenue. Another suspect jumping out, running for it. They're going to take him into custody in short order here, and the driver is continuing once again. So now 3 people have jumped out of this vehicle, and the driver continuing the pursuit.
Yeah, your eyes don't deceive you. This is a real human being, a living, breathing, sentient organism that actually tried the NPC strat, where he gets out of the car and pretends to just be a pedestrian. He actually went for some kind of Assassin's Creed tactic here to blend into the crowd, but there was no crowd and the police were right behind them, so they literally saw him leave the car. But god damn it, it was worth giving it a whirl, and we got to witness it live. This was a police chase from last night. Not only is it clearly entertaining for moments like this, but I legitimately do think it's actually valuable in terms of education. To teach people to never end up in situations like this. Watching the madness unfold live, I actually do think would have some people second-guessing bad decisions. But to dive a bit deeper, the footage we just watched comes from ABC7, who's kind of cemented themselves as the big boys on the block when it comes to police chase coverage. They're like the NFL red zone of police chases. They're always among the first on the scene, and the guy you heard doing the play-by-play commentary is like the John Madden here of casting police chases. His name's Chris. Dude's a fucking legend. He gets super hyped during these things as well and just lets out actual giddy excitement sometimes when broadcasting it. So they just it's a fantastic combo. They're a great team. I'm convinced Chris even lives in the helicopter that they broadcast from because he is always ready at the drop of a hat to follow a police chase around. But what I actually want to talk about isn't just, police chases and how entertaining they are to watch sometimes. It's actually to talk about something very different. Since I've watched quite a few police chases and have enjoyed the ones I've seen, people are under the impression that I like to watch them live as they're unfolding. I want to be on the front lines and catch all of the action as it's happening. So I'll have a lot of people come into my Twitch streams and start alerting me to the fact that another chase is going on, trying to get me to watch it. Kind of like a fucking Amber Alert sounding like letting me know, Charles, police chase. Stop everything and watch it. It's go time. But here's the reality of it. I don't like watching police chases live, and the reason for that is very simple. Because the police chases I like to watch are the ones that don't end in tragedy with like someone dying or some shit. I watch the ones that have very silly endings or the whole thing is very goofy and no one ends up getting like seriously injured or anything like that. I don't like the ones that end with someone dying or other people getting hurt. So I don't like watching those, and when you're watching a police chase live, anything can happen. For example, earlier this week there was a very popular police chase that people were watching, and towards the end of it, the suspect that was being pursued opened the driver's side door while they were still speeding and being chased. They jumped out of the vehicle and hit their head on the pavement, which killed him. So he hit his head on the pavement and then continued to ragdoll across the concrete, the asphalt, and he died from the injuries. That is not a police chase that I would have enjoyed watching. So that's just always the risk associated with watching something like that live, which is why I don't do that. I wait until it's concluded and know for sure that all parties involved are okay. I don't like to take that kind of risk. Now, a lot of people have said, well, why don't you just, go back 2 or 3 minutes into the stream so that way you're on a delay. So if something like that does happen, you can just exit. It doesn't really make it any better, because then I'd still know that the person there dies from whatever happens towards the end, and that whole chase was leading up to a tragedy. That wouldn't feel good. There's nothing entertaining there. That shit just sucks at that point. So I just always like to make sure that any chase I watch is one that has resolved in a fashion where nobody's seriously injured or anything like that. And I wanted to explain that because this happens every single day now, since police chases are so common in LA, since I guess that place out there has turned into fucking Twisted Metal. I guess every single day you're on the road, you're taking the risk of getting fucking blasted by someone that's engaged in a high-speed police pursuit. So there's always these chases going on, so I'm always getting told this every single day, but I just don't like watching them live. It's that simple. And I wanted to explain that because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that or haven't heard me say that before, so I wanted to make it as clear as possible. I'd also like to take a minute to just send my best wishes to anyone who drives a car in LA. You're out there in like an actual fucking war zone, it seems, with people on these high-speed pursuits every goddamn day. At least 6 a day. So stay safe out there, and man, what a crazy sport these chases have become, huh? Wild shit. But anyway, that's really about it. See ya.